In this episode, we'll be discussing revolving accounts as they appear on a professional tenant credit report provided by Amir USA. Here's the first page of the credit file. We'll turn that over and focus on the revolving accounts. We're going to highlight two of the accounts in red here, and we'll zoom in and discuss the fine detail. As you begin to pull more and more credit reports, you will notice that the most common example of a revolving account would be a credit card, either issued by a gas company, a department store, or a bank. Starting on the left is the first example of a revolving account. This one was issued by Capital One Bank. Below the creditor name, you see the account number. Below that, you'll see the subscriber code that was assigned to it by the credit bureau. Under loan type, it simply describes it as a credit card. And as far as remarks, this one notes that it was canceled by the credit grantor. Move down to take a look at Providian because there's a field on the bottom called Max DEL, which stands for Max Delinquency. This is occasionally reported on a revolving account. What this simply states is a date and the manner of payment that was the worst payment status for the account. So we have an example here of November 2000. The manner of payment was a 03. We'll get into the coding later on a separate video, but a 03 stands for 60 days past due. So that was the worst delinquency for this account. Now let's move back up to the right of Capital One Bank in the column of RPTD DLA ECOA. This stands for Reported Date of Last Activity, and then the Equal Credit Opportunity Act designation that we've discussed before. The reported date is when the creditor last updated the credit file. The date of last activity is when the applicant last made a payment or had activity on his or her account. And then, of course, the ECOA designation. In this example, it's I for individual. It would be J for joint. In the next column, it says opened CLSD/PD. That stands for open, closed, paid. So the date appearing in the open part would be the date that the account was formally opened by the creditor, and the date appearing in the closed or paid section could either be the date that the creditor closed the account for non-payment, or closed the account by the request of the applicant, or it could be the date that the applicant paid the account off. The next column discusses high and limit. This is the amount of high credit and the amount of limit extended by the credit grantor. So the amount that appears on Capital One Bank would be the most amount that the applicant ever charged. For whatever reason, Capital One Bank did not report the limit of the account. If we look at Providian, we'll see that the highest amount of credit that the applicant ever used appeared to go over the limit at $10,900. The limit for the account was $9,900. The next column, Pmt and Terms, would be the payment amount and the terms of the account. We seldom see this with revolving accounts. This is typically reported, for example, of an installment account like a car loan, where it would show the monthly payment amount and the terms. In a car loan, it would be 60, standing for 60 months. The next column with the dollar sign, BAL, is the last reported balance. The next column will indicate the amount that the account is past due, if at all. The second to last column addresses the historical status of the account. Obviously, you see nothing reported for Capital One Bank, but under Providian, it'll review the number of months and how many times the account was 30 days past due, 60 days past due, 90 days past due. Below that, you see a series of 1s, 2s, 3s, etc. Each number is for a month, beginning with the most recent month on the top left, going back historically. You can see 1, which stands for on time, 2 would be a 30-day, 3 would be a 60-day, 4 would be a 90-day, etc. So you can see the calculations here. You have 2 30-day lates and 1 60-day late. And the final column shows the account rating. The R stands for revolving. That'll be for every account in the revolving section. And then the number corresponds to its payment status. For Capital One Bank, a 9 indicates a collection or a charge-off due to non-payment. On Providian, it indicates R1, which means that the account is last reported as paid on time, and that 1, you'll notice, corresponds to the 1 on the top left under the historical payment status. If you would like to see more videos about tenant screening or being an American landlord, please subscribe to this channel. We do post videos often. Thank you for watching.